The law of attraction. It is not a theory, not a wishful idea whispered in the dark. It is a law, ancient, immutable, ceaselessly at work. Just as gravity will never betray its pull, the law of attraction never ceases in its movement. It is sculpting your life in this very moment, shaping every opportunity, every circumstance, every person that drifts across your path. Imagine this. You hold a stone in your hand. Release it and it falls. Always. Unfailingly. Now imagine your thoughts as stones, heavier than steel, more powerful than thunder, and know this truth. The thoughts you think are dropping into the field of your life, pulled by a law just as precise as gravity. They will not drift upward into someone else's sky. They will fall into your reality. And yet, most people live unaware of this cosmic choreography. They wonder why poverty chases them, why loneliness surrounds them, why doors close as fast as they knock. They fail to see that it is not the world that denies them. It is the vibration they are in, the frequency they are tuned to, the paradigm that grips them like an invisible chain. Picture a circle. Within it lies your mind. Beneath it, a smaller circle, your body. For too long, we have believed our body to be the starting point of change, but it is merely the servant. The true commander, the architect of destiny, is the mind. And within the mind, two kingdoms battle silently, the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious mind, bright, alert, the place where thoughts flicker like sparks. It is where you imagine, where you choose. But beneath it lies the subconscious, vast as an ocean, timeless, programmed long before you ever had a choice. As a child, you lived with that subconscious mind wide open, every word, every gesture, every emotion around you sinking into its soil. From those seeds grew your paradigm, a silent script dictating how you think, how you feel, how you act, how you attract. This paradigm is not your enemy, but it is a tyrant. It pulls you into old frequencies, old vibrations, old results. You think new thoughts, but unless the paradigm shifts, the body remains enslaved to the old rhythm, the same melody, repeating in your life again and again. Look closer at your body. It is not a solid object. It is a mass of energy, a universe of molecules dancing at high speed. Nothing rests, nothing is still. Everything in the universe is vibration, an endless ocean of motion. And here lies the secret. The vibration you live in dictates what you attract. You cannot tune a radio to one station and expect to hear another. You cannot broadcast fear and attract abundance. You cannot radiate doubt and call in love. You attract not what you want, but what you are. This is why education alone does not save a life. You've seen it. Brilliant minds with degrees stretching across business cards, yet their results remain barren. Knowledge trapped in the conscious mind cannot break free unless the paradigm shifts. The subconscious controls the vibration, and the vibration dictates the attraction. And so, when you attempt to think differently, when you reach for new ideas, Y-type thoughts that vibrate beyond the old X-type paradigm, discomfort strikes. The subconscious resists. It whispers, "Stay where you are. Stay with what is familiar." This is why people retreat back into mediocrity after glimpses of greatness. It is not lack of desire. It is the grip of the paradigm. Stepping outside its command feels like stepping into fire. It feels unnatural, unsafe, and yet it is the only path to transformation. The paradigm will never yield willingly. You must confront it. You must persist through the discomfort, because freedom lives on the other side of unease. In 1961, Bob Proctor himself held this struggle in his hands. He was earning $4,000 a year, trapped in results that mocked his potential. Then a man gave him a book, and with it, Y-type ideas that rattled his world. They burned with discomfort. They threatened the very structure of his paradigm. But he obeyed them. He walked through the fire, and in 1 year his income leapt from $4,000 to $175,000. Soon after, it soared beyond $1 million. But here's the greater truth. It was not about money. It was about vibration. When he changed the paradigm, the results changed automatically. New doors appeared where once there were only walls. New opportunities arrived like waves upon the shore. New people, new ideas, new realities magnetized to him, drawn by the new frequency he chose to live in. This is not an accident. This is law. If you could step into a dark room and watch yourself through an infrared camera, you would see it. Your body glowing, radiating, a gleaming form of energy. You are never still, never silent. You are transmitting, always. And when you feel bad, when your heart is heavy, it is not random. It is your conscious awareness of a negative vibration. When you feel gratitude, joy, hope, you are aware of a positive vibration. Feeling is nothing more than a language of vibration. Shift your feeling, and you shift your frequency. Shift your frequency, and you shift your life. Gratitude is the gateway. Stop and think of what you are grateful for, and instantly you move into a positive vibration. In that moment, you become magnetic to abundance, to health, to happiness. But until the paradigm aligns, these moments of light will flicker and fade. The real work lies deeper. Reprogramming the subconscious, rewriting the paradigm, until positivity is not a fleeting thought, but a living frequency. So now, understand this. You are not a victim of chance. You are not at the mercy of circumstances. You are a broadcaster, a transmitter, a living magnet. And the law of attraction, precise, unyielding, eternal, is responding in real time to the vibration you choose. The paradigm holds the key, and soon you will learn how to unlock it. But before we step further into that revelation, pause here. Feel it. Let this truth rest in your heart. You are glowing, vibrating, radiating. You are not waiting for life to happen. You are shaping it right now. But the question remains, how do you break the chains of the paradigm? How do you step into the fire of discomfort and emerge transformed? The answer is both simple and extraordinary, and it will carry you into a life that feels like destiny finally remembered. The paradigm is invisible, but it is everywhere. It lives in the way you wake up, in the thoughts you repeat, in the choices you call habit. It is the unseen architect of your results. Most people never confront it because it disguises itself as normal life. Think of a bird born in a cage. It grows its wings, but never once does it strike the bars. Why? Because the cage is not outside, it is inside. The paradigm whispers, "This is who you are. This is all you can be. Don't question it." And so the bird lives, wings folded, staring out at skies it was meant to fly. The truth? You are that bird, and the paradigm is your cage. But unlike steel, this prison has no lock. The moment you choose to confront it, cracks appear. The moment you choose to persist through discomfort, the bars begin to bend. Bob Proctor gave this fear a name, the terror barrier. It is that invisible wall you hit the moment you attempt to step beyond the familiar. You decide to start a business, you dream of wealth, you choose love. And suddenly, anxiety rises like a storm, doubt lashes against you. Every instinct screams, Turn back, it's safer here. But the terror barrier is an illusion. It is the paradigm defending its territory, throwing shadows on the wall. And if you retreat, you remain trapped. But if you push through, even trembling, even afraid, you discover that beyond the barrier is freedom. Fear does not mean stop. Fear means grow. So how do you change the paradigm? You cannot simply wish it away. You cannot shout at the subconscious and demand it to listen. Remember, the subconscious mind was programmed through repetition, and it will only be reprogrammed the same way. This is why affirmations matter. This is why visualization matters. This is why study matters. Each time you repeat, each time you impress a new image upon the mind, you are chiseling at the old structure, carving a new pattern of vibration. Imagine drops of water falling upon stone. At first, nothing changes, but over time the stone wears away, a channel is formed, and the water flows with ease. Your mind is no different. Repetition builds the groove. Repetition builds the belief. Repetition shifts the paradigm. Here is a truth you must never forget. The law of attraction responds not to fleeting thoughts, but to your dominant vibration. That vibration is shaped by what you believe. If deep inside you believe you are unworthy, the universe will mirror it back. If you believe money is scarce, it will flee from you. If you believe love is painful, you will attract heartbreak. But the opposite is just as true. When you choose to believe, with faith, with persistence, with unshakable certainty, that you are worthy, abundant, and free, the vibration shifts. And when the vibration shifts, attraction begins. Faith is not blind. Faith is frequency. It is the choice to believe in what you cannot yet see, knowing that the law will bring it into form. Gratitude is more than polite words. Gratitude is a bridge. It takes you from the vibration of lack into the vibration of abundance. Right now, stop and think of one thing you are grateful for, truly grateful for. Let it fill your chest. Notice how the feeling rises. That feeling is not small. It is a signal. It is a frequency. And in that moment, you become magnetic to more of the same. Bob would often say, when you feel bad, you're in a negative vibration. When you feel good, you're in a positive vibration. Gratitude is the fastest way to feel good, the fastest way to lift yourself into harmony with abundance. Practice it, write it, speak it, feel it. Each time you do, the paradigm weakens. Each time you do, the vibration strengthens. But there is one more key: action. The universe rewards movement. You cannot sit still and wait for the law to deliver. You must act in harmony with your new vibration, even when fear trembles in your bones. When Bob's mentor told him to act on Y-type ideas, foreign, uncomfortable, frightening ideas, he obeyed. He took the leap. That leap was not easy, but it was necessary. And in that leap, the paradigm shattered. Your actions must reflect the new frequency, even before the results appear. This is called faith in motion. When you act as though abundance is yours, you invite abundance. When you act as though freedom is yours, you call freedom closer. Action aligns vibration with reality. Here lies the most liberating truth. Once the paradigm changes, results change automatically. Think of a thermostat in a room. The temperature may rise or fall for a while, but the thermostat will always pull it back to the programmed setting. Your paradigm is that thermostat. It pulls you back to the familiar no matter how hard you push. But when you change the setting, The entire environment changes with no resistance. The results adjust themselves. Abundance flows. Opportunities multiply. New people arrive. It feels as though life itself has tilted in your favor. It is not magic, it is law. So, understand, within you burns a flame. The paradigm has tried to smother it, to bury it under fear and repetition. But it is there, waiting. And as you listen now, that flame flickers brighter. It remembers. It knows you were meant for more wealth, more freedom, more joy. The universe is not withholding from you. It is waiting for you to tune yourself to the right station, to light the flame fully, to broadcast the vibration of who you truly are. You are not small. You are not limited. You are a radiant being of energy, and the law of attraction is bending to your song in every moment. And so we arrive at the edge of the great question. How do you program the subconscious with such force that the paradigm dissolves forever? Because the moment you do, the results will astonish you. They will arrive not as struggle, not as chance, but as a river unleashed, flowing freely in your favor. In the final chapter of this journey, we will step into the secret art of reprogramming the paradigm. How to impress new images upon the subconscious. How to persist until belief becomes automatic. And how to rise into a life that feels as though destiny itself has bent to your will. Stand before a mirror and you see your reflection. But the face staring back is not you. It is the body you live in, a mass of energy shaped by vibration. The real you, your essence, your power, your infinite potential, lives behind the glass, in the unseen kingdom of mind and spirit. And here is the mystery. Change does not begin with the reflection. Change begins with the image you hold inside. The subconscious mind is that inner mirror, and it does not question, it does not reason, it accepts. Whatever you impress upon it with feeling, it takes as truth. And in turn, it sets the body, the vibration, and the results to match. So if your reflection has been one of lack, sickness, or struggle, it is not because life has been unkind. It is because the inner mirror has been programmed that way. But the great gift of being human is this. You can choose a new image. You can impress a new truth. And when you do, the outer mirror, the life you see, must follow. Imagination is not child's play. It is the workshop of the soul. Every invention, every masterpiece, every miracle in history began in imagination before it appeared in form. Bob Proctor often said, "Build the image in your mind. Hold it. Feel it. Live in it as though it is already here." For the subconscious does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you see it, when you feel it, when you rehearse it with emotion, the subconscious accepts it as a new program. And once the program changes, results change automatically. Close your eyes. Imagine yourself living the life you desire. Feel the wealth in your hands. Feel the freedom in your chest. Feel the love surrounding you. Do not wait for the world to give you proof. Become the proof. The ritual of reprogramming. There is a method to this alchemy. Clarity of vision. Decide what you truly want. Not what others expect of you, not what feels reasonable, but what sets your soul on fire. This desire is not random. It is life seeking fuller expression through you. Daily repetition. Write it down. Speak it. Visualize it. Morning and night, impress the new image upon your subconscious. Each repetition is a stroke of the sculptor's chisel, carving a new paradigm. Emotional involvement. Words alone are not enough. You must feel it. Emotion is the language of the subconscious. The stronger the feeling, the deeper the impression. Aligned action. Act as though it is already true. Walk, speak, and move in harmony with your new identity. Even if the outer results have not yet appeared, live from the vibration of your vision. Gratitude. Seal every step with gratitude. Gratitude tells the universe, I'm already receiving. It aligns you with abundance in the present and multiplies it in the future. To rise into this new vibration, the old self must die. Not your body, but the identity forged by the old paradigm. The version of you that clung to fear, to scarcity, to doubt, it cannot cross into the new frequency. And so, there will be moments of grief. Moments when you feel as though you are losing who you were. But understand, you are not losing, you are shedding. Just as a snake sheds its skin, just as the caterpillar surrenders to the cocoon, you are dissolving one identity to make room for another. This is transformation. This is rebirth. And though it may be uncomfortable, it is the very discomfort that proves you are expanding. Once the paradigm shifts, you no longer chase results, you attract them. Opportunities find you. People are drawn to you. Resources flow into your orbit as though pulled by gravity itself. It feels like magic, but it is not. It is simply law. You are living as a magnet, tuned to the frequency of your desire. And because the law of attraction never rests, it responds to your vibration with perfect precision. Wealth, health, love, freedom, they are not outside you. They are frequencies, waiting for you to tune in. But with this gift comes responsibility. Once you understand the law, you can never again claim to be a victim of chance. You know now that your results are mirrors of your paradigm, reflections of your vibration. This is not a burden, it is liberation. Because if you created limitation, you can create abundance. If you attracted struggle, you can attract ease. The power has always been yours. Now it is conscious. Imagine this. You wake each morning with a heart alive in gratitude. You move through your day aligned with purpose. Fear may whisper, but it no longer commands you. Doors open before you. People appear with answers you once thought impossible. Wealth flows, health strengthens, love deepens. This is not fantasy. This is law. This is the life of one who has changed the paradigm, who has chosen the vibration of abundance, who has lived deliberately in harmony with the law of attraction. And this life is waiting for you. So let this truth echo through your soul. You are not a prisoner of the past. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a radiant being of infinite potential, and the law of attraction, eternal, precise, unstoppable, is your servant. The paradigm can be changed. The vibration can be lifted. The results can be transformed. All it takes is the courage to imagine, the persistence to repeat, the faith to act, and the gratitude to receive. Do this, and your life will unfold not by accident, but by design. You will become the architect of your destiny, the sculptor of your reality, the master of your fate. This is the promise. When you change the paradigm, you change your world, automatically, irrevocably, completely. So walk forward, persist through discomfort, hold the image, live in the vibration of abundance, and watch as life bends in your favor. This is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, one written by your conscious choice, your radiant energy, your unwavering faith. If this journey stirred something within you, if you feel the flame of possibility alive in your chest, then join us. Become a member of this channel. Gain early access to future teachings, future revelations, future journeys that will take you deeper into the wisdom of Bob Proctor's philosophy and beyond. Together we rise. Together we tune into frequencies of abundance. Together we become the proof of the law. The law of attraction is not waiting. It is working right now. And so the question remains, what vibration will you choose